A mandala is a type of cosmological diagram used by Hindus, Jains, and Buddhists as a visualization device to help practitioners in their search for spiritual enlightenment. The Sanskrit word mandala means a sacred center that has been set apart or adorned. For Mahayana and Vajrayana Buddhists, a mandala is a model or a map of a perfected universe in which a deity or many deities reside. For example, this is a depiction of the womb realm mandala. At the center sits the Buddha Vairochana, and he is surrounded by 8 Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. These elaborate diagrams are believed to represent the sacred abodes or universes of single Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or other deities, or even groups of deities. Practitioners of Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism and Japanese esoteric Buddhism use mandalas to attempt to attain the type of enlightenment associated with particular deities. They concentrate on the mandala of a particular deity, striving to visualize every detail of the architecture and environment of the mandala. With enough effort and concentration, they are able to visualize themselves within the realm of the deity. Once inside the perfected universe of the deity, the practitioner can move a step closer towards spiritual enlightenment. One form of mandala is what is often called a lotus shrine or a lotus mandala. A few survive from India, but others come from Myanmar, Tibet, and China. They symbolize the emanation of the phenomenal from the absolute, a process which, like the opened petals, could be ritually reversed. This is a lotus mandala from India. It is cast in bronze with a figure of Akshobhya, the celestial Buddha, seated at the heart of the lotus with a vajra before him. The lotus has an elaborate stem with curling tendrils. There are attendant bodhisattva figures seated on lotuses on the inside of each movable petal. 2 deities sit below the main petals on lotuses attached to the stem, and 2 similar figures climb up the stem itself. It has a stepped circular base with a beaded edge. The lotus petals can be closed up to form a bud, concealing the Buddha and the attendant figures inside. Most Buddhist mandalas are created and used by the Vajrayana Buddhists of Tibet and Nepal, but practitioners of the Japanese Shingon sect in esoteric Buddhism also use them as visualization devices. In Tibetan Buddhism, there are hundreds of different mandalas for the numerous deities of the Vajrayana Buddhist pantheon. Although mandalas can be created in many different forms, most mandalas are painted, printed, or embroidered geometrical patterns, often resembling the floor plan of a palace, with central and outer walls and 4 main gates. A typical Tibetan mandala is painted in mineral pigments on a cloth ground, although mandalas made of sand are also traditional. These are carefully constructed over several weeks and then brushed or blown away in a gesture that acknowledges the impermanence of existence. In Tibet, 3-dimensional mandalas resembling palaces built on mountains are also constructed, but these are relatively rare. This is a painted version of the Vasudhara mandala and originated from the 1700s in Nepal. The Buddhist goddess of wealth stands at the center of this mandala, and to her left is a green image of the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, while a red image of the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara stands to her right. Vasudhara also embodies the pursuit of learning and the totality of Mahayana ideology, as symbolized by the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra that she holds in her upraised left hand.